Now, kind of flipping the script a little bit, out of all the we used to do, is there anything that comes to your mind as like, damn, I wish I never did that, or anything you remember the least fondly?
Like a wish I never did that, I'd say.
You could go with that. Yeah, something, let's say you wish you never did.
Wish I never did that would probably be, I mean, I don't even want to say I wish I never did it because I don't really necessarily
Is there
regret
any
it.
that we did that you wish you never did?
Not really, no. But one that I for sure wouldn't do again would be
Interesting.
I always had a problem with that one. Like I think that I had the same issue kind of with every drug where I had very little like self-control with like limiting myself.
Uh-huh.
I always thought I was just Hercules and could take an unlimited amount of anything. And is not the drug to play with in that regard. So I would just K-hole myself every time I did it.
Yeah.
And that was not a comfortable experience, really.
See, in the moment, from my point of view, you loved it. I will say right now, you actually were such a joy, just a bundle of joy every time you were K-holed, dude. You were so happy, dude. All you wanted was a McFlurry. That's it. You know?
I also remember thinking that I'd be like permanently retarded every time I did it.
I mean, do you even remember most of our days on ketamine?
No.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
I remember getting trapped in a lot of bathrooms.
Yes.
I would get trapped in public bathrooms regularly.
You would like, I don't know how you did it. I remember specifically at Witch Witch one time. We pulled into a Witch Witch parking lot because Kyle was like, I gotta go take a piss, bro. I gotta go to the bathroom. And it's one of those places where like they have a nice bathroom on the inside. This is a nice Witch Witch.
Yeah.
You ran in that shit. I have no idea how much time went by, but it was like a lot, like a long time it went by. And eventually enough time had gone by for me to be like, man, I gotta go check on this guy. Like this dude must have shat his fucking liver out or something. Like I think he's dead on the toilet. Like something's wrong. So I go inside and I remember knocking on the door and you were like unusually responsive. Like I was like, is everything okay in there? And you're like, yeah. At first you're like, yeah, all good, bro. Like, just going to the bathroom. And I was like, dude, it had been so long. Like there's just no way that's the truth. So I was like, all right, well, like, come on. And I waited. And I guess me knocking on the door had prompted you to realize like, oh, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly the order of events that played out. Because mind you, I was also on a lot of at this point, just not K-hold yet. So I was our driver. I was a designated driver driving my mom's car around town while Kyle is collapsing in the Witch Witch bathroom. And eventually the door comes open. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I remember you asking me for help.
Yeah, I needed
like you
help.
were like, yo, can you help me?
So what had happened, I think they had their lights on a timer or something.
Yes, the lights were out. I remember that.
So the lights went out and I couldn't see anything. And I was K-hold, so I couldn't really feel anything either. So I was trying to find the door handle in the dark.
Dude, you knocked the paper towel holder off the wall.
Yeah. So my strategy, because I couldn't see anything or really feel anything, was I was gonna get up against the wall, like face to wall, and then hands and crotch, everything to the wall. And then I was just gonna scoot until I found the door.
Find a doorway.
Right,
yeah, for sure. Makes sense.
I probably did laps around that bathroom, dude. I was doing that for so long.
I remember hearing a lot of thuds before like that door came open. You had fully knocked the paper towel holder off the fucking wall.
Yeah.
And you were also making it got rowdy in there. I thought you were like fighting somebody in that bitch. Like, it's like I came in, I asked Kyle, I'm like, yo, are you okay? And it's like, yeah, they just started throwing shit. Like, it was insane. So I'm like, yo, Kyle clearly needs help.
Yeah,
we come out of the bathroom. Dude, we were getting mugged by everybody in the whole establishment. It was like I was escorting like my disabled child out and he just shat on the walls.
Yeah.
Like everyone's looking at me like, you're not supposed to do that. And like, I'm just like, sorry, like my friend's just K-hold.
Well, I had also made something of an entrance as well. Because
I wasn't there for that part.
Which was very similar to like a Jimmy John's or like a Potbelly's, where there's like people behind a counter for you to walk up and like start ordering, or like kind of like a Subway. You just walk up to the counter.
I really vividly remember how this place was laid out.
And you start ordering and like, oh, I want lettuce and tomato and that meat and that cheese, you know, like a Subway. I stood in the front doorway like it was a Chili's or an Olive Garden. I waited to
You
be
waited
seated.
for a host?
I waited for a host.
To guide you to
and I probably stood there for a while until finally an employee came up to me like, can I help you, sir? And I just, bathroom, you know, like this my ketamine voice, you know,
just spamming the demand,
right? Until finally they're like, it's, you know, it's that way, and so made my way to the bathroom. But I think probably everybody was staring at me.
Oh, they were on the way out. I remember because you made an insane ruckus. And I remember you probably weren't even fucking conscious enough to be aware. An employee at that point had come around because the way this restaurant was laid out, you walk in the door and you go straight to the bathroom. Like you don't turn or anything. Nope. And then to the right was all the seating. And then if you go like, so here's like the door, right? Walk straight back to the bathroom. But if you go off this way, it's the line.
Right.
And then up right here is like where you choose your order and like, you know, pay your bill and everything. And then you go sit down in the middle area of that. And by the time I had made it to the bathroom and you started banging around, one of the employees came out from around back and was kind of standing like next to me. Like, yo, like, is this guy okay?
Yeah.
And like, he didn't say anything to me, but he was just kind of standing. He was like looking around the corner like, what's up with this? You came out of the bathroom. I remember you were like barely standing. Like, it was almost like if you've ever seen those like military movies where like someone gets shot in the fucking cock and like they have to like sling him over their shoulder. Like that's almost how I had Kyle, dude. It was like fucking Warfare. If you guys saw that movie, Saving Private Ryan, dude. I was saving Private Kyle from the witch bathroom. And I'm walking out. This guy's got his arm around me, dude. Every single person's looking at me. Deep down, a lot of people wouldn't imagine this. In public places like that, I have a little bit of social anxiety, you know? So I really notice those kinds of things. So as I'm walking your inebriated ass out of the bathroom, I'm like, wow, there's not a single person in here that isn't staring at me right now. That's great. Yeah. Get back out there. That sobered me up pretty quick. Luckily, I remember I was pretty K'd up too. Rescuing you from the witch bathroom sobered me up pretty fucking fast. And after that, we went and we linked up with Ashton and Tiffany, if I remember correctly, who were two great friends of ours. Ashton certainly provided more through the night. But that was far from the first time that you were like that K-holed around me. It was a regular occurrence. Like when you talk about how you don't remember K fondly because you K-hole yourself every time, I can confirm as a third party, you would accidentally K-hole yourself pretty much every single time.
Yeah, every time.
There was never you'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm on the threshold. You would just keep doing it until you K-hold.
I would normally jump right in the deep end. Like I wouldn't just start with a bump. Like I would just do a line and just go right into K-hole.
Yeah.
There was no like gradual like I'm good now. Nope, just too much right off the bat. Yeah.
I think our friend Ashton, who was our friend who sold us all the K and a great friend of ours who would do it with us, was so deep into his ketamine use that he didn't even know how to properly dose us.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he used to give lines to first timers, like not even bumps, full on fucking thick, like blow sized lines of K to people.
Yeah.
Do you remember the day where we went over to Danielle's house? Zanielle, as we like to refer to her. And she had her and her friends over there. I don't even want to name them. It doesn't matter. But none of them had ever tried K before. And I remember on the back of my phone, Ashton had chopped up 4 lines, one for each of her and her friends. And every single one K-holed immediately off the first line. All of them. Myself, dude, I was K-holed that day.
I wasn't there for that, but I remember like the next day at school, that's all of them were not right. You know?
No, they were still fucked up the next day. Yeah. I remember that night. So they all got K-holed and they were like scared. I remember Danielle basically kicked us out of the house. She was like, yo, you guys got to go home. My parents are going to be home soon. Like, you guys got to get out. And then I remember I went home that day and Danielle calls me on FaceTime and she points her camera around her room and she's like, yo, is my room clean? She's like, I can't see. But like, I think I tried to clean my room, but I did too much and I'm blind. I can't see. So she's pointing her fucking phone camera around. And I'm like, yeah, it looks clean. Like, I don't think your parents are going to be mad or anything. Like, it looks good in there. And she hung up. Her friend, who ended up working at the strip club, who we saw her at the club years later, she got K-holed too. And I remember when eventually we saw her at the club and we were in the room with her talking to her, she mentioned that night. She's like, do you remember that night where you guys like got K-holed with us? You see,
I never actually connected those dots. I like when you guys, I
really?
thought, yeah, I didn't recognize
You never knew that was her?
No, I didn't recognize her. I thought she was just like,
we hung out with her a million times. I'm not going to say her name out of respect, but like.
Did not recognize her.
Yeah, she ended up becoming a really talented stripper, and we came and supported her small family business one day.
We did.
You know, and it was a good time. Yeah, it was a really good time. And Sean loved it.
He
Sean had the biggest crush on her forever. He always said she had nice feet too, just like Danielle. And he got a taste of them at Blackjack's, you know? So that was really good for him. You know?
Yeah, great for him.
You remember how you used to act at McDonald's whenever we get K-hold?
I still to this day love McDonald's, but there was, Kyle at McDonald's, I would, no happier person.
What was your order?
McFlurry, I think it was M&M McFlurry.
It was, I remember.
I
got Oreo.
Yeah.
But I think even that era I got M&M actually to rock with
Could be. M&M, it was fire, you know, but that's all I ever wanted on Ketamine was just an M&M McFlurry. But I would stand outside of McDonald's and I would jump up and down singing my favorite Chief Keef song of the day.
We used to go to McDonald's and because Kyle, I don't know what it was, dude. For some reason, whenever he would get K'd up, he would start tweaking about McFlurries. Like he'd be like, yo, we should get a McFlurry. We should get a McFlurry. You would not shut the fuck up about it. Like you were like genuinely annoying. Like as a homie, yo, what if we went and got a McFlurry right now? It doesn't matter where we were. It doesn't matter what we're doing. Like, boys, can we hit McDonald's? Let's go to McDonald's after this. And we would pull up to McDonald's. And if we were in the drive-thru, you'd be yelling out of the window. You would roll down your window. You would be in the back seat. You'd be yelling, McFlurry! McFlurry! Like, we'd be like 3 cars away from ordering. Someone's trying to order in front of us. Your head's out the window. McFlurry! Oh, yeah, McFlurry! And we're like, yo, Kyle, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, it's not our turn yet. When we'd go inside, bro, you get out of the car and run across the lot like one of those, like, you know, special little kids that you're bringing to, like, the American Doll store or something, you know? Or, like, a Make-A-Wish kid when Tom Brady walks in the room. You know? Like, you were fucking hype. And, like, we'd have to, like, kind of wrangle you a little bit. Be like, Kyle, come on. Like, we'll place the order for you. We couldn't let you up. Like, there's no way we were letting you speak to a cashier in the condition you were in. Every time it was like, no, we'll order for you. And then you'd eat like 3 bites of the McFlurry. You would freak the fuck out over McFlurry, eat maybe 15% of the McFlurry on a good day, and then you leave the rest of it to marinate in the backseat of my mother's Honda CRV, which was great. It was fire. It was just perfect scenario in my opinion. You know,